Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Captain's Vlog. You join me here on the driveway with the old Civic, and we've got the box of bits out again, because what we're going to do, I don't know if I actually talked about this, but basically we had to change the intake manifold and it changed the angles of all of this stuff, and I'm not happy with it. Plus we've got a serious issue with high intake temperatures because all of this blows the hot air straight into this. My little blanket there did actually drop intake temps by over 10 degrees, but we're still seeing up to 40 degrees C on intake temps just under normal driving, not even high load stuff. So as you might think, that's a bit of a problem. So we've got some bits and pieces that we're going to try and use to alleviate said issues. So in here we have a new air filter which is larger, and it's a velocity stack style, so that should help speed up the air, add a bit of cooling effect with the faster flowing air, with the added benefit of more air generally. So that's a Pro Ram from Ram Air. That's a medium size filter, and it's pretty decent. It's pretty large, you know. So you can see in comparison, the one I bought originally I thought was quite a large filter, and to be fair, it is quite a large filter when you just look at it in isolation, but then this thing is just a behemoth, and this is the medium sized one. They do bigger ones. So we've got that, and also we've got some pipe work and some couplers and bits and pieces. So in this box I've got myself a couple of bits. Got myself a 300mm straight, and then I've got myself, I think it's a 500mm or 400mm 45. Now, I don't know which one I'm going to use, or whether we're going to have to use a combination of the two, maybe do some choppy sticky, we'll see. So it got me coupler for the throttle body end, and then got me coupler for the filter end. So that goes onto the back of that, filter goes onto that goes on the throttle body. So let's see what's what. There we go. Captain 1, China 0. Too much of an angle, dude. I'm saying that I probably could actually, if I cut that off. How much we got in there? That to there. If I lopped that off about there, that should give me about what I need to pull that in, just enough there. So maybe that'll work. That might work. I mean, it's not going to cause me a big issue, but the 45 is no bueno, mate. It's just too chunky. Probably a 90 would work, but then you're going to have the filter up there, which isn't really it's not really much of a happier place, because the ultimate plan is to box all this area in. So I want to try and have some sheet metal blocking in this whole area, and then I'll have a couple of cold air feeds coming out of the bumper, one coming up through there and then one coming up the side of the radiator and in. So that might work. So I think we're gonna have to choppy on that bad boy so far. Well, there we go then. V1 of the V2 intake. What do we reckon? I'm not sure. It's definitely further this way, which is good because you're out of the way of the flow of hot air a little bit. But then is it too close to the headlight? It's actually touching that, so it needs to come back a bit. But yeah, it's just a compromise setup. I can see why people go down under the wheel arch, but I just don't want to do that because of the freaking bullshit with rain and dirt and mess and all the rest of it. Plus you have to start cutting all plastics up and all sorts of jazz. Plus I kind of like the look of the filter in the back. Could be banging my head against a brick wall on this one. Need to chop some holes in that. Let some of the heat out. IAT sensor hole, yeah boy. So V2.1. So we've got the program filter on, straight pipe, gold wrapped, located the IAT sensor at the back there. Been for a little test rip and it's still not where I need it to be. So this radiator is just an issue, a fucking issue. Full stop. It's in the wrong place, man. It should be there. Oi, oi, what's going on here then? We've got the fucking grill off. So the intake's all fixed and sorted, and it does help with the temperatures once you run in, but not quite to the level we want. So we've gone a little bit extra. We've got some ducting, or some cold air feed pipe, whatever you want to call it. That comes up just there, being fed from the front, big old fat pipe. We've just had the air compressor running from a bit of a distance at quite a low velocity, and it actually delivers a lot of air up there, so that's good. And then I've got a little tiny one just there, you can see it. So we've got the big daddy over this side, and then we've got little Ronnie over this side. Now little Ronnie goes up through the bumper here, it goes up over the washer bottle, and then, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can just about see, move my hand out of the way, focus. You can sort of see the stripes of it on the bottom there. Maybe this side's better. Yeah, so you can just see it just pokes up through that hole there, feeding directly onto the filter. So with a bit of luck, that should give us a little bit of extra cold air. Now we go to Santa Pod tomorrow, drag racing, and I've got a spare bumper over there. Now do we anti-parachute the bad boy? Let's see what's what. Here we are then, Santa fucking Pod. Brock's here with the old seal clubber. Last minute preparations going on. Okay. KB's here with the old Asbo FN2 K24. This car's so fucking rowdy, man. Yeah. When you ripped out that junction, it was just off its tits. So what's going on in here then? Should be a one-seater. One-seater, bro. That was last minute preps for the old
60 odd kilos out front.
Nice. And Brock's gone with the two-seater option with the bungee cord strut brace for extra rigidity and no flex. All them heavy Bose speakers up in there, dude.
41 kilos took out of it yesterday anyway.
That's plenty, that'll do.
Yeah.
Hope we're moving. And then we've got the K-swap. Got her up to temp already, so now we just canned it so that we can try and keep the oil at the right sort of temp without the intake getting too hot. Whoa. Whoa. He's a noisy fucker, isn't he? Christ. Here we go then, boys. So what are the predictions? Carlos, what are you predicting for your car?
13.8, 13.7 maybe.
13.8, 13.7, and it's about roughly, we think, around about 240, 250 ish.
Something like that.
And it's about 1300 kilo. Brock, you're 310, 320 ish, and about 1350, 14 at 1380.
Yeah, maybe a touch lighter. Probably 14 with me in it.
14 with you in it.
Yeah,
And then we've got 226 and 1040 kilos. But we've now changed this, and the intake temps are now sick with these new extra pipes that we put in all the way down here. We were only 2 degrees above ambient, which is absolutely banging. That's where it should fucking be for a cold air intake. So fingers crossed, we should be running, I reckon, if I do a 14.2, something between that and my first run, I'll be happy. And then it'll be trying to improve from there. Maybe tyre pressures, maybe changing the way I launch or whatever, but gonna go for a 14, low 14 to start, just to get used to it. It's been a very long time since I've been on the track here. I think 2006 was the last time I was here, so a good while ago. And with a bit of luck, we'll be sending it. Brock's going to get in the 12s. Oh, we're moving. We're moving.
Mid 13 I'll be alright with.
Mid 13.
Sort of run, and then just try and improve. 33, 32 maybe.
Let's send
I
it.
think the car can do it, it's just whether I can manage the traction or not in the first.
Well, the old boosty boy, these 3 MPS have a habit of chucking rods out, didn't they? So, hello, he's got the change going. Come on, follow him. gear there. I kept it pinned.
Brock did a 13.5 at 108, I think. Just caught the back end of his. For some reason it fucking...
Mate, the exhaust bangs its shit off underneath this car on wheel spinning.
13.56 at 107. I don't know how fast I went. I had a really soft launch.
Brock tried to look.
Yeah.
But I think it's... I don't even know what happened. It all happened so fast. I need to go back through.
Right.
Yeah, boy.
Go slow.
So first run is done. We are down the strip and we did a 13.779 at 104 point something. So first time the car's ever been on a track with the swap, and she rinsed it. The computer calculation said 13.7 was the theoretical max, and we've already done a 13.7. So now we're going to drop some air out the tyres and see if we can maybe squeeze a little bit more time off it, soften up the launch a little bit because I was a bit aggressive. KB, we don't know what you did because you went, you was fucking used like out of the gate, mate, gone. You was on your own. I beat a Scimitar GTE from the 70s, so I'm chuffed with that. And Brock, what do you do? 13.5.
107.
Not a lot in it on that first run, but there's a lot of variables. So
you fluffed your launch, whereas I rolled out steady. So
yeah, but mine was just spinning its nuts off. The exhaust trying to escape out the bottom of the car.
I need to go a little bit harder, and you maybe just need to go a little bit softer.
Yeah. What are you saying, Maxi?
I was just wondering if we actually got the GoPro footage.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We can look at it later.
Stop to spray more, brought the gas.
Yeah, boy. Get the nitrous in there. But the cold air intake pipes are working like a treat. So it was worth £20 a metre for that gear. Nice. Was that?
5.
Okay.
Yeah. Slow. 14.2 at 102. I got away a lot.
102?
Yeah.
My speedo was reading over 110. And I was way in the top of fucking fourth. Way more than I was first time round.
Oh, fucking.
Shit start
I
though.
knocked it up there, but. 14.2 for the cat. Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
just, I mean, I tried not to wheel spin it there, but it spun and then bogged.
Yeah,
Is it
we
sticky,
had
sticky
some,
that time?
Sticky.
Yeah.
I got away a lot better, I think.
Let's go again then.
Like,
That exhaust banging is
I
bad.
managed to like I was spinning and I had it at like 7.5 grand and it was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
The
and
o-
it went, whoop, whoop, and I was like, right.
The other major difference there is I let it heat up a lot more,
Yeah.
and I was at 52 degrees intake temp when I started my burnout. Too hot. So we'll have been pulling power. It started getting on. I beat that fucking M3 for about the first 60 foot. And then he nailed me. I'll try and get in your lane this time, Carl.
Wasn't a good launch at all. It was horrendous. The wheel hopped its nut off. Bless it.
He broke it.
Got a bit cold.
Oh, we're still recording.
Oh, there. LZ, can't
Oh damn, we're still recording.
LZ got done.
Well, this is what happens when you sit behind an MPS.
Oh damn. Well, that was definitely slower that time, boys.
You got smoked by
Carl
a
saw me. I smoked by a beam. That beam was an M3 competition, mate. That's like 400
Yeah.
horsepower.
And the rest.
And I beat him to the 60 foot.
Hello.
I easy beat him to the 60. Anyway, so 14.1, 102 apparently. No, 102. So weirdly, it felt like the car was actually going faster by the time we got to the line, but the board says no. So we shall see what's occurring when we get the timesheets. You had a sick burnout in that one, Brock, but what happened, dude?
Don't like the wheel hop. Launched a bit too aggressive.
I did hear it screeching.
A little bit too aggressive. I tried to manage it, and then by the time I managed it, it was second gear time, and it just but I trapped 2 mile an hour faster. I went for 5th.
How fast did I go?
Sweet. Oh, did we? Yeah. Did you see Cole's time?
Cole went first.
What do you reckon you did? Did you reckon faster or not?
I reckon he
Launch control better?
Yeah, much better. 4.5 grand, and then just
It got away.
it got away. It was spinning, but it pulled away really fast.
That's the thing. I think these like a bit of wheel spin, because I tried with a lot less wheel spin that time.
Yeah.
And the whole lot just didn't go as quick. So
I was racing the 3 litre V6 A6 Avant, and like as soon as I got out of second gear, it's just pulling on him. I waved at him as I was pulling off.
I got chopped by that freaking Beamer. But hey ho, I weren't never going to win against that Beamer, was I? Let's face it. But it's not about the winning, it's about seeing what we can do. So let's let her cool down, get down the lane and see what's what. So what I'm trying to do now is just manage the oil temperature on the fire up lane, because we sat here for probably a good hour and a half. What happens with the cooling system on this car is, because the rad's so damn close to the air filter in there, when the fan blows on, it blows all that hot air straight over everything. So trying to keep the oil temperature around 65-ish degrees through the fire up lane, but not letting the coolant get so hot that the fans kick on and heat soak all the intake manifold and everything. So coolant temp's 81 right now, and oil temp's at 60, just over. So I'll keep running it till the coolant temp hits like 84, just before the fans will kick on. Then I'll kill it and just keep that temp going. But currently air intake temperatures are 23 degrees and it's 20 degrees out. So with the bonnet up, with it just running, I'm only like 2-3 degrees above ambient, and the oil temperature's like 65. So I think this strategy will help. The reason being, the last run was a 14.1 at 14.2.
Yeah,
14.2, 102, 103. Yeah. So I reckon the launch was all right. The launch was good, and I think the biggest fucking factor there was the fact that I had 52 degrees air intake temperatures in the burnout box, so it would have been killing time in.
Launch if it stayed in power. I'm not sure quite why it did that. But that's going to be my last run, I think. I'm not gonna do any more today. Not gonna push on it. Need to get home.
He's about
Is
3
he?
cars. Yeah.
Shall we peg it, park down there then? Fucking get on the grandstand. Peg it down there and get on the grandstand.
Grandstand. He's like only 2 cars from coming.
Ah, right.
Mate, I fucking did a mince of burnout.
My burnout was good.
Huh?
And my launch was raucous, but I missed second. Well, I actually didn't. It just, I think the things moved. It felt weird. It didn't feel like I was in it. So I didn't let the clutch out.
Launch has to have been it. I don't know if I cooked that, if I got a one-wheel pill and ended up cooking the diff, because there wasn't some nice noises on that burnout. Not nice noises on the burnout, but felt like a good run. Yeah, numpty behind me in that BMW who just drives like an absolute pleb in the pit area. He's just gone flying around that corner behind me sideways. Just an absolute knob. People like that give this sport a bad name. I'm shocked. I did. That probably would have been a better run on the last one. That right tyre was full of rock.
Yeah, boy. So there we are. We are at the end of the day. Santa Pod. It's 20 to 6. All cars survived.
Yeah, man.
No injuries to cars or drivers. And it's been a fucking awesome day. And my little car's awesome. I love it. Driver needs an upgrade. I missed third. Well, I say I missed third. I didn't technically miss it. I got it in, but it didn't feel like it went in, so I didn't let the clutch out. I went again, it felt the same, let the clutch out and it was in, and then racing up and went side by side with Carlos on the last run of the day.
You got proper shot, mate.
Yeah, so I got chopped hard by Carlos because I fucking did the same thing. Went to pull second, didn't feel like it went in, had another go, felt like the same. I was like, let the clutch out and sort of see what's going on. And it was in, so it was in the fucking first time. So if I'd have let the clutch and carried on, could have been a different story, but I fucked up, you won.
Moral victory.
That's how it goes.
Right.
It's all good, man. But no, honestly, it's been a sick day. The MPS has been fucking flying. The K-Swap's been flying. And the K24 FN2 has been on a fucking mission as well. What's he on about? What's going on here? You got half a Santa Pod drag strip on the bottom of your car? Here, point your camera out here.
So look, it's even made it all the way under the car. Get out my car! All along the rear.
I couldn't get my camera out. Just press the stop button.
Yeah, man. Oh. So fastest car of the day, as predicted, 2.3 turbo, followed by the Captain.
Only by 3 temps.
Yeah.
Winning though. Alright, fair enough.
So we had 13.4, 108 from Brock.
Next time we'll get some corners involved.
Justin, his first run was the best of the day. Went downhill from there. 13.799 at 104. And yeah, K24 FN2 We managed a 13.98 at 102.5 mile an hour. So we've got some more upgrades for that. I think we've got some upgrades for this as well.